Oh, what's going on, people? IOBA, my name is TC. So I was looking at some Republicans today, some white Republicans, some educated Republicans, and they seem to all agree that Donald Trump can't, be allowed back in the White House. They was talking about his mental capacities, you know what I'm saying? They're starting to deteriorate mentally. Well, I always knew the motherfucker wasn't smart, and we always knew that. That's nothing new. But that won't stop him from putting him back in the White House, is what I'm saying. The race should be a lot further apart than it is, but not really. The reason why I say that is, look at him. Donald Trump is not promising black people anything. Usually Republicans, the ones that are hardcore MAGA, are so knee deep in that goddamn cult till they can't see the forest for the trees. And they're so knee deep in their racism until they can't see the forest for the trees. And that's damn near half of America. But us black people who go back a few generations, at least, more than say 10 generations, that's 250 years, we know that half of America is racist. It always has been, So we know that half of America, good half of America is racist, and the other, and probably 25% more is questionable. We've known this for years. So we know Donald Trump gonna get that kind of support coming out the gate talking shit about black people. And all of the goofy ass black Republicans that go along with him, those are just, coons and sellouts, aren't they? But the race itself should be a lot less close than it is. You dig me? Kamala Harris should be running away with the shit. But given what I just said about half of America being racist, not so. She should at least be ahead by, I'm going to say, 6 or 8 points. She should be somewhere around 10 to 15 points. And she would just say what she need to say to black people. Now, she came out with this so-called plan for black men or some shit they're calling it. But that's just some bullshit. We heard what Kamala said. I'm not going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. We heard her say that. She need to go ahead on and walk that back. Because she thinks she got the black female vote. She thinks she got that sold up. So she need to come at us black men. I don't know why they got us divided like that, because we generally vote along the same lines. But they got us divided like that because, them folks like to keep us divided and conquered. So they chop us in half and say there's a black male vote and a black female vote, and we look like two separate voting blocks. Like I said, it's a handful of goofy-ass black Republicans out there. I mean, listen, I don't mean to call names and nothing like that, but black Republicans, they tend to be like nerdy-ass, goofy-ass little niggas, or total grifters and opportunists, or self-hating Negroes. Most of them fall under self-hating Negroes, and they trying to get on the taking care of themselves and really fuck everybody else, because, that's what unfettered capitalism and the Republican Party seem to want to do. So anyway, The race should be a lot further apart than it is, but Kamala won't do what we need her to do. She want to give us what she wants to give us. And she wants to, you know, attach a bunch of little other shit to it. So it winds up being uh, programmed for minorities instead of just black people. But she got to say that now because she knows she needs that vote. But we want an anti-black hate crime bill. Say that. Say you'll get that police, what was it, federal uh, police review board in the White House, or federal commission on policing, or something like that Joe Biden passed, something to do with police reform. We need real police reform. We need an anti-black hate crime bill, and we need cash reparations for slavery and Jim Crow. Or we need that conversation opened up anyway. I mean, wide the fuck open. And don't give me that bullshit about they don't know who to pay, because yes, they do. If you believe the United States don't know who they owe money to or can track it, then I'm going to go ahead and say it. Then you one of them niggas who think the earth is flat. There, I said it. Now, I'll probably lose some subscribers over that one, but I don't give a fuck. If you think the earth is flat, in my personal view, then I probably not the right channel for you. But I digress from that point. Because I done met some really cool niggas who thought the earth was flat, but nothing. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah. So, with that being said, Kamala Harris needs to come right out the gate and give us those three things: that police reform, that George Floyd hate crime bill. They gave an Asian hate crime bill with no problem. They're doing DACA with no problem. They're trying to get the immigrants in with no problem. They got money for all of that. But for people who fought and died in every war this country was ever in, I mean, every war, from day fucking one, from the Revolutionary War forward, and whatever the fuck else was going on before the Revolutionary War, we was ass deep in it. And so we are owed a debt. And I think that needs to be talked about. And Kamala Harris, she needs to talk about that. And then she could get that black vote, and then she'll be in the White House. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. Now, y'all know how I get down. I already said I'd much rather see Kamala Harris in the White House than a piece of shit like Donald Trump. And that's why I am going to vote for her. But don't get it twisted. It ain't because she promised black people anything or that. I think she gives more of a fuck about black people than Donald Trump does, because she don't. But I just cannot stand another 4 years of Donald Trump being in the White House. I really don't like that man. I think he's a danger. A real danger. I ain't being hyperbolic here. I don't even say shit like this, but I think Donald Trump is a danger to to American society as a whole. I really do. I think Donald Trump is a fucking danger to American society as a whole. And I don't think he needs to be nowhere near the seat of power ever again. He need to go play golf until he wander off into the sunset. That's what Donald Trump needs to do. And let the grown people handle the business. You dig me? So that race should be further apart. But it's coming down to the wire. And it's time to make a decision. It's time to shit or get off the pot, as it were. We need to go ahead on and deal with Donald Trump and Donald Trumpism once and for all. I know a lot of people out there, I'm gonna stay home. No, don't fucking stay home. Don't stay home. Don't stay home. Go out Cast your fucking vote. Even if you got to hold your nose or whatever. Cast your fucking vote. That's what I say. At the end of the day. Donald Trump is a danger to the very fabric of this society. I mean, dude is like, he got all kinds of crazy plans, and he's just crazy enough to put those plans into fruition. Project 2025 is a real thing. If you don't believe Project 2025 is a real thing, then you don't believe the Patriot Act was a real thing either. But you live under it every day, and now you can't shit without somebody reporting you. Look how much your life has changed since 9/11. Look at all the shit that you used to be able to do before 9/11 that you can't do now. That's all the Patriot Act. You dig me? That shit comes straight out the Republican playbook. And the next thing is Project 2025. You realize if this motherfucker get back into the White House, they gonna lock down the whole motherfucking scheme. They people gonna be top to bottom. And by they people, I mean extreme right fascist motherfuckers. And we're gonna be ass deep in war. Now the people gonna revolt. The people gonna hit the streets. Because there's gonna be chaos when they try to implement a lot of this new shit that they want to bring in. Should the Republicans win the White House again, I mean, should Donald Trump wind up back in the White House? So no, he can't, not this time, no. And then just say Donald Trump wins, and for some reason he can't complete his 4 years. And then you got J.D. Vance as president. Alright. You niggas out there thinking that because you believe you had a few extra dollars in your pocket during the Trump administration, I'm sorry. You didn't. Because they're taking it all back from you right now. You do understand that's why the prices are so high. Because the Federal Reserve has to pull that money back out of circulation. And they do that by raising the fucking price of everything. All that extra money floating around. These motherfuckers think that the U.S. government is purposely trying to change their standard of living. They're not. We all meant to live at a certain level, and that's where you're gonna stay. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. That shit don't matter. Who running the country now? Right now. Who's running the fucking country? Right now. Exactly. Because Joe Biden, he sleep. Y'all know he sleep. He was asleep 6 months ago. You know. So, in order for this place to resemble anything like the United States of America is supposed to be and likes to call itself, it cannot allow Donald Trump to be back in power. Period. Full stop. So don't sit home. Take your ass down there, cast a ballot, get rid of this fool. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Don't forget to like the video, and I will catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.